You're now tuning in to Grown Man Sessions, so thank you so much for checking us out. We're here to help men grow mentally, emotionally, and spiritually. Don't forget to hit the like and the subscribe and hit the bell next to it so you're notified when we release new content. Much love. Man, talk to me about that, bro, because I feel like we're connected in the hip hop community, and I feel like my experience in the hip hop community and in like going through my time in the street life and just going through my time and just dealing with like people in my community. Mental health isn't talked about that much, and if it is, it's not always a good thing. I feel like the conversation has changed more recently from my experience, but it hasn't been something that's been widely accepted in like male spaces that I've been in for like the majority of my life. So I would love to hear your perspective on that, and then I would also love to hear the perspective on your own kind of moment where you felt like it was something that you needed to address.
Absolutely. I got to give a little background. My mom was one of 11 children, and she was in the middle. So, I say something that helped me in my process is that a lot of things I've seen growing up, I don't necessarily condone them, but I do my best to try to understand them. And
Right.
what happened with like my mom and raising me, it took me to go back to my, to her history, to my grandmother's history, to my great grandmother's history, just to find out exactly what happened to her and how that reflected in how she raised me, and then how I ended up with some of those shortcomings and what I call generational curses. And one of the
Mm-hmm.
biggest ones was communication. So
Mm.
there was not enough communication in my household. Like my moms would make moves and either would tell us about them, just before at the last minute they were about to happen or as they were happening. And then there was no discussion about it. It was like, this is what's going down. We about to do this. We about to do that. We moving here. We moving there. It was like, I don't know if you ever like watch like some of them, TV sitcoms or the family sitcoms or even not sitcoms, but just the TV shows where you see the white families and they sit down with their kids and they talk to them. And yeah, it's TV or whatever, but
Yeah.
growing up, you think like that's the way it's supposed to be.
Right.
But then when it doesn't happen, you just like, okay, well, I guess that is just TV and that's not real life. But you know what? It should be. You
It
know,
should be. Yep.
there should be discussions on some level or another. Understandably so. Like I said, going back to her history, being in the middle of 11 kids, she wasn't communicated with. You know,
Mm.
my grandmother dealt with alcoholism. Um, and so my mom dealt with alcoholism. The only thing that stopped me from being an alcoholic is that I physically can't drink to that point. I get sick, my body shuts down, and so it doesn't allow me to keep drinking past that point where, a lot of unfortunately alcoholics and in my family alcoholics can drink past that point, and um, yeah, it's just not a good thing. You know what I mean? So
Mm-hmm.
um, so that's where a lot of the stuff came from. Is like it goes generations back, and one of the biggest things is communication. There's not enough communication, not enough affection. Um, you know, a lot of these things, like I said, you kind of grow up seeing on these TV shows or whatever. Just wasn't reality for me, and maybe even a lot of people. You know, where how we came up or where we came up from could relate with
Mm-hmm.
that. It's just not reality. You know what I'm saying? And
For
your
sure.
your parents are like, you know, in survival mode, and they're like just trying to make
Mm-hmm.
sure you able to eat, got a roof over your head, clothes on your back, and they going through whatever they going through. You know what I'm saying?
I just want to thank our sponsors for this show, and our sponsors are you guys. So thank you so much for everybody that went to Patreon and signed up and became a member. It means a lot to me that you guys would invest your hard-earned money into this platform. It tells me that you believe in our mission of helping men grow mentally, emotionally, and spiritually. And that's what we're here for. So hopefully, if you want to sign up too, go ahead and go to Patreon and you can join the community as well. You don't have to sign up, but if you do, thank you. And I just hope that you enjoy this content and hit the like and hit the subscribe. Follow us on social media and let's keep the conversation going. Much love.